Hi, we're Chozzy. We're new here, and so are you.
Oh,
welcome to your program.
I'm Chhy.
I'm Rozzy.
And we are starting our YouTube channel, and we have other videos on the channel that you can also check out, but we thought that it would be really good for you to get to know us and our vibe. And what better way to do that than, also this is Penny. Penny wants you to subscribe, so you really should.
You should.
And we thought what better way to get to know us than a good old classic roommate tag that we found from 2014.
So, we're roommates.
Yes.
But don't drool on me.
We're all roommates.
We are all roommates.
Yes.
That's my favorite roommate.
Yay! Not Jughead.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a cardboard cutout of Jughead Jones.
No, listen, if it was Betty, there'd be like...
Oh, there'd be competition?
Yeah. I mean, Cheryl.
Yeah,
but never
okay.
a man. Did you guys know each other before you became roommates?
Well, this time, yes.
I was gonna say technically no as my answer. We were paired together as roommates for the Disney College program.
Randomly.
2 years ago. We were in what is known as a 4x2.
Yes.
So all four of us had our own bedrooms, but we shared bathrooms. So we each had like a section of the unit.
Yes.
And we were not in the same section.
No.
We
Same
would've
apartment,
had-
just like different sides.
Yeah, with different bathrooms. And if we had shared a bathroom,
Life would be a dream.
yeah, we love Cars.
Yes.
The movie, not
Actual cars.
Yeah, Joan Asked.
We love our cars, but not cars.
Kelly and Pierre. Question 2, what did you guys initially think of each other the first time you met?
So, funnily enough,
We had very similar reactions to each other.
very similar reactions, but you followed me on Instagram.
Oh, that's
first,
true. I
yes.
actually had a much more negative.
Yes.
So before we met in person and realized we were roommates, the college program had this I think there's more than one, but they had like Instagram pages of like people who were coming in at like a certain time to like try to meet people before your program, make friends beforehand, whatever. And there was like a bunch of like, I'm this blah, 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 follow me here. And I liked Chy's vibe. So I followed them on Instagram. And then like after about like 2 weeks of like having like followed a bunch of people, anyone who didn't follow me back, I unfollowed them because I was like, okay, well if you're not interested in being fucking friends. And so, because I also remember I had like liked some of your posts too.
Did you?
I think there was like 2 maybe from before we met that I had like liked too, and I was like, this fucking bitch.
I got really overwhelmed with the amount of people that were following me, because it was just like so many. It's sort of like if you go to college,
yeah.
like freshman year, if you like join one of those pages that's very similar, like get to know me, that's what it was like. But it was like double the people since I went on 2 different pages almost.
I did one. I just picked one. That's what I did when I went to college too.
It was so stressful, the amount of people that followed me all at once and were preceding me. And like I knew to expect that because I had already done it like freshman year of college.
Yeah.
But I just like wasn't prepared for that many people to follow me. So I just got overwhelmed at one point, which happened also freshman year of college, where I went, I can't follow all of you back. Like, this is way too much. And so at one point, I think I just like flat out stopped.
Yeah, and I was a part of that.
Yeah, so sorry, you got caught in the crossfire. Because I was like, oh, we should exchange Instagrams. And then you looked at mine and you went, yours looks so familiar. And then you went, oh my God.
I recently unfollowed you because I was like, okay, guess we won't be friends.
Yeah, and then we ended up
I too like the Muppets.
That's so funny.
So I think that I like max followed 6 people.
I feel so bad. I had no
You were
idea.
one of them. I saw Shiva and I went, thank God.
That's because it is sort of scary, because the perception I had of the CP, because I really wanted to do it, but the perception I had of as of recent is that it was like staunchly really conservative people who would probably not be down for someone being queer. So I was like really worried that I was like, I'm gonna have to go into like hiding or something. So like so I tried putting she, they out there as a little like, hey. Which also, now having done the CP, I'm like, oh, there are so many queer people.
It's either or. You're either gay or you're deeply conservative.
Or you're one of the ICPs and are on your own little island having the best time of your life, but also the worst time of your life.
They largely fall into the gay camp, not because they are, just because they're not conservative.
Yeah.
Usually.
They know how to party.
Yeah. They know how to fucking party.
Yeah.
God bless them.
That's
so I guess that was my...
I didn't know it was only like 6.
No, it was like aggressively few. I was really waiting and picking through, because there was also a girl that, I hope you're watching this, Diva. We still follow each other on Insta and like comment on each other's shit, because she followed me back.
Sorry, I didn't know. It was just so many people.
But we were like trying to be roommates. We both also, because the reason why we got solo bedrooms was because we had ADA accommodations. And so we were like, the girl that I had started talking to from the app, like we were gonna try to work together, but then she ultimately decided like she wasn't gonna do the
program.
Yeah, she got offered like a job at her college, and I was like,
fair enough.
Shout out Diva, yeah. But yeah, no. So I guess my initial perception of Chhy was from their post on like the little Insta page, and I assumed like gay, cool vibes, thought you were pretty, which was also part of it. I'm very picky. I only befriend people I find attractive.
She only befriends people she can date.
Mm-hmm. And I, mind you, fully taken was then too. That's just kind of
that's just like a fun vibe.
Yeah. Why be friends with people that aren't hot?
Yeah. Thank you. I feel so bad. That's really crazy.
It's also
that's like so personal then of you like didn't follow.
No, I did research. I did research on people and I went, we would get along. And he went, not.
And to be fair.
And we do. I'm great at reading vibes.
That's so funny, being like one of the only people who didn't follow you back, and look how far.
Out of like I think it was like 6, 4 people followed me back.
Okay.
So one person is an enemy that I unfollowed.
One person is an enemy in the state.
Couldn't tell you who they are though.
That's so crazy, because that would have been in another universe. We weren't paired together and you just saw me walking out and about and you're like, that girl.
Yeah. She hated my vibe.
Meanwhile, I like stopped going through people's like profiles because I was like, this is too much. I'm overwhelmed.
Anyway, your first thoughts of me.
We've talked about this, right?
Yeah. No, because we had the same reaction when we met in person.
So I...
Oh, no! Actually, I know what you're going to talk about.
So I was
let me go grab that water bottle.
Yeah, I was in a bit of a hellish space at that point.
Tell them about our fuck-ass evil roommate.
So I had moved in, and keep in mind, I moved in like by myself. Like my parents, my mom was really sick at the time. My dad was traveling for work, so I had like no one else to help move me in. So I had done this like 24-hour drive from Massachusetts by myself. Now had to move everything in by myself. So I was like already overwhelmed and stressed. And like when I had the perception of moving into the CP, I thought it was gonna be like I'm moving in like with people who are also moving in today. So it's going to be an empty apartment. These apartments have looked stunning, because keep in mind, I'm coming from an apartment in DC that was built in like the 70s.
Yeah, it was a brand new building.
It was one of the brand new buildings. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so exciting. It's going to be so clean. It's going to look new. And like, I'm getting such a good deal on this. Like, it's cheaper than my DC rent, and it's going to look so nice.
And pre-furnished.
And also I got exactly what I wanted. I got 4x2, and I was praying for a corner house. I wanted the windows on all sides. I got first floor, which at the time I didn't mind, because I had never lived on the first floor of anything in my life. So I was like, this should maybe be fine. Was not fine. So I was so excited. I walk in, messy as all hell. Like, shades are down. It's dark in there. The sink is full. And I'm like, oh, wow, people live here. Okay. I'm like, it felt like walking into someone's house that you don't know, and now you're suddenly living there. One person was heading out to work, quickly introduced themselves. They were very nice.
Tell me a letter.
What?
Tell me a letter. Who did
Jay.
First? Oh, the one I
yes.
meet. Okay.
Yes.
The one I replaced.
Yes. So I was like, okay. And then the one that you're thinking of, then came out, and we barely introduced ourselves, and they left because then they headed to work. And I looked at the fridge. There was no space. Seems like things had been sitting there for a very long time. And then the other person 3, who had just moved in a week prior, I finally meet that night. And they're like, yeah, no, there's not a lot of space. They were also like, love and light to them. If you ever find this, I'm so sorry for the wording that I'm about to use, but the only way I can describe them is like painfully 19. they were the youngest person in the apartment.
Also, like, painfully 19 in, like, a bothersome way, and also in, like, the most beautiful, inspiring way.
They were free. They were a free soul,
So
and I mean
free.
that so genuinely. They were a free soul.
I do think some sort of magic followed them around, because at one point I was moving their laundry for them back into their bedroom. They had been gone possibly all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how long they had not been there, but it had been several hours. They had a stick of incense, like normal, long, thin stick, lasts maybe a half hour on average. Still burning.
Yeah.
So I walked into their room and I went, what the fuck? How is this? Who's been here?
Who was here recently?
Who is here actually? Who's hiding under the bed? Like, what's going on?
Which also, knowing this person, there legitimately could have been someone hiding under the bed or in the closet.
They were great at seeing people. It was also, they were the only bitch in that apartment getting laid, and I loved that for them. I loved it every time. I'd walk into our little shared bathroom area and see, like, a different person, and I'd go,
Yep. One day, there was a dog that was there. That was scary. Because I was like, a dog.
I'm allergic.
You can't have dogs unless they're an ESA.
Yeah.
And
Penny
no one
is
in
fine.
that apartment had an ESA. I have to go pee so badly. Pause. So the
That's
third,
though. Yeah.
So they also remind me, I figured out their last name.
I think I did it recently too, right? Because I was looking for their Instagram because we really want to find you.
Yes.
We're so intrigued.
There's a lasting question that we have for you about a broom on a counter on one of the nights. And we want to know details, but that's a story for a different day.
We could actually talk a lot. If our Chozzys want a, like, gossip about the DCP situation, we have so many stories.
Yes. But yeah, anyways, so I'm stressed. The place is so messy to the point that I literally think to myself, I may have to move apartments, which sucks because I'm not guaranteed a 4x2 at that point. Like, they may put me in a 2x2. Stressed out of my mind. I get told that we're getting a new roommate. Like, Flamingo will give you, that's the apartment complex. They'll send you, like, a new email and everything. We get the new email. They warn us about finding us because there's such a mess in the apartment that they're like, if we have to come in and clean it up for you, like, we're gonna find you. And I got really upset because I was like, I'm not.
I think also they didn't do that before yours, but they did for mine.
So they have to do an inspection every single time. However, there was no threat of being fined. And I know this because both people there were like, this is new to us. Like, this didn't happen last time. Not much has changed about this apartment since you've come in. And I think the only reason that happened was because you specifically had an ADA accommodation for OCD. So they really threatened us with, this place has to be clean. And I went, please, this place does have to be clean. And I was going to go to them and be like, if you find us, I will fight you tooth and nail that this is not
your fault.
Me.
Because you just moved in.
Because I just moved in and clearly nothing happened before I moved in. But the two other people moved things because clearly wasn't me. Turns out a lot of what was there was previous apartment tenants stuff. Like, literally, like, multiple sets of apartment tenants, which is bonkers.
Again, story for another time, though. We can tell later.
Yeah. So they move in. My friends are so happy for me. I haven't gotten to meet the new roommate yet. I bumped into the other two people. I was like, did you get to see them? And they were like, yeah, they seem nice. I literally go to bed that night. You left your water bottle out on the counter. The water bottle in question. And let me tell you which one really did it for me.
I would like to point out, so first of all, Chai is just thinking at this point, your roommates make or break. I'm either moving or I'm not, depending on this person.
Yes.
I'd also like to point out, this is the water bottle I decorated when I was 17.
Yes.
So I recognize this girl. Not me anymore. Not me anymore then either.
So
also, we just filmed the Duncan.
I know, we just filmed the Duncan videos, which was why I had to go because I just took a full Duncan's medium. Subscribe to see that video, and if you're already subscribed, it's probably out. But the ones that did it for me, and I remember exactly, send nudes of, and it's just like noodles.
But yes.
Sweet Daddy. Specifically, I didn't know that this was in reference to
Mason Ramsey.
Yeah,
my son.
I didn't know this was
child.
In reference to Mason Ramsey, so I just saw Sweet Daddy and I went, interesting. And then,
Kim
what's it called? Kim and Ron right next to One Direction. I went, oh, she's so straight.
I think which is so funny because
Yeah.
I think especially Sweet Daddy being over fucking Brie Larson's Captain Marvel.
Because I didn't think about that. I didn't think about...
You know, the placement was also very specific because when I got that sticker, I remember 17-year-old bisexual Rozzy going, what represents the word daddy to me? And it is Brie Larson. Also, there's a Muppet sticker on here.
Which I didn't read.
Because again, dark, night owls, whatever.
I was just like giving it, because also I didn't want to touch it. So I'm just doing like a little, because all of these are on like
the same side. Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, she's so straight. Because the other two people in the apartment are queer. And I knew this from the get-go because they told me.
It would have been a really crazy energy for me to come into an apartment as a straight person.
And so I was like, this is so scary. I was like, I may have to move. Because I was like, if this is like the really scary conservative, like, who hates gay people, this must be a really crazy energy in this apartment.
Fucking wonderful. There's multiple gay people on this.
Which, again,
multiple fucking gay people.
Also, slightly out of view is like sex education.
Yeah, again,
so,
gay
like,
person on there.
Yeah, so like I was just so nervous, and I was like, okay.
Honestly, I think the thing that reads the straightest about it is how like colorful and hopeful it is.
That's fair.
I think because again, like 17-year-old Rozzy.
So I was just like, oh no.
What?
And then the next day, I didn't go to work. I think I went to a park with my friends, and I was like, okay, I don't know when I'm gonna run into said roommate. I come home, I open the door. No, I went to go leave, I think, to go to a park. I was going to go park by myself. And I went to go open the door, and there you were holding a rentable vacuum from Flamingo in hand. And I go, hi, you must be the new roommate. And you go, hi, yes, you must be the third one I haven't met yet.
Yeah.
And we introduced ourselves. And then I'm like, are you cleaning your room? And you went, no, I'm cleaning this apartment. It's disgusting. I think I literally went, thank God. Let me help you.
It was really, so I think it's really powerful that before either of us met in person, our first impressions of each other were both like, oh, fucking hell. I was like, this bitch, and you were like, not a straight girl.
Yeah.
And then we met in person, we were both like, you're gonna clean with me? You're gonna clean with me? I love you.
Yeah.
Because I had also at that point, because when I moved in, so evidently Chhy has told me this because I wasn't on the apartment yet, but evidently the person who was in my room before me, they came in and cleaned after her, and it was so bad they were bringing multiple trash bags out, which I think is crazy and heinous because my first night in that apartment, I was deep cleaning the shit out of my room because it was still so nasty. There was like crumbs caked into the corner of my
they only
dressers.
did very minimal work. I think they just took out very objective, which they fine you, supposedly. So I don't know if they got fined, which their pronouns are they that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But no, it was heinous. It was...
Yeah. So I guess when they moved out, it was bad because I was deep cleaning my room, and I like the living room area was still like, and like again, night one, I saw my eyes out of my room. I had only met the other two beforehand. They clearly didn't have one of them, the one that Chhy was more stuck with, did not like want to fucking speak to me. Like I had to go over and stand in front of the TV because I kept trying to get their attention. They wouldn't look at me because I was trying to find out where the trash room was so I could bring the bags of trash I was creating out of the apartment. So I was like, they're a terrible vibe. They clearly don't give a fuck about anything. They watched me clean the shit. They watched me sweep up a pest that had been lying dead there for God knows how long. Like there was just so much shit where I was like, how has no one done this? How has no one cleaned this? Oh my God. And like also like I saw the thing that said they had to make room for me in the fridge, and my dad like had like flown down with me, which was nice to help me move in. And he's also going, I don't know where the room in the fridge is, and I was going like, I'm gonna make some, I guess.
One tiny corner, like one minuscule.
You solidified a little dark corner for yourself. Yeah, no, it was crazy. But so moving was awful. I was also going. It was like day maybe 3 of me being there that Chhy and I finally met. And day 2 was more me like cleaning my room and freaking the fuck out and doing like a minor like try to make space for myself in the living room. And finally on day 3, I was like, I know that we can rent vacuums. I'm gonna go grab that because I bought myself like a Swiffer. I bought a bunch of cleaning shit, but a vacuum's so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that, and I literally remember being like, I was literally thinking, I was like, for one, I'm gonna be very passive aggressive about this. For another, like, I just don't know like who this third person is if they're gonna be heinously messy too. So me walking in the vacuum and Chai like breathing an audible breath of like relief. Like a very audible,
it
like
was just so comedic to open the door. See you standing there right about to open the door as well.
Yeah, holding this hefty
the
bitch.
vacuum. And I'm like, thank God. And someone's got a cleaning supply.
It was also so nice because I was like, this is going to be so overwhelming. This is going to be my whole day. If I have to clean the kitchen and the living room by myself right now, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to have the energy to do anything else. I'm going to be mad about it. But Chai went, I can do this. Chai immediately started on the kitchen counters and the fucking microwave, which I have been scared to touch the microwave.
Yeah, it was heinous.
That was
heinous is the word of the video. It was a hazard.
Yeah, so I was so scared to touch that. So I start vacuuming and Chai starts going to town on the microwave and I was like, I love this, Shiva. I went, maybe it'll be okay.
Well, no, because I was like, this is my chance. Like, this is my one opportunity to like
make things work.
No, genuinely, because it was legitimately just I was so overwhelmed that I was like, I can't touch anything because I will literally freak out with how much there is to clean and like genuinely clean.
And everything feels dirty to touch in the first place.
So I was like, I can't do this by myself, and clearly no one else cares. And all of my other friends at the time were like having issues of their own. Well, actually, for the most part, 2 of the other divas of my friends were having a fine time, but like they've got their own stuff to worry about, like cleaning their own apartment. My other friend was having her own issues with her roommate because she was in a 2x2. The rest of us were in 4x2s. So I'm not going to ask any of them. So when I saw you like ready to clean, I was like, now's my chance. Put your stuff down. We're going. The park can wait. I will take half. You take the other. Also, especially when you were like, I can do everything else. I just need that microwave touch.
Yeah, I went. Chai asked the Chai, what can I do? And I went microwave. Because I was also so willing to like, I'll do everything. Like, I know you want to go to a park. If you clean that, I'll be happy. But then after that, Chai started on the counters, and I was like, yes, thank God.
Like it was a match made in heaven. And then I feel like we annoyed the shit out of the particularly one person because me and Rozzy, since we were on 2 opposite sides,
we would kiki in the kitchen.
We kikied in the kitchen all the time until like 3 a.m. Which they were all up.
We were all up. We all had
night shift. It's not like we were keeping anyone up.
It's the college program.
Yeah, we weren't keeping anyone up. It was just more so one person in particular just didn't care for either of us.
Yes.
And so we were like, well, this was our space.
As well. It really, we had to fight to make it feel like we also were allowed to be there.
But anyways, that was our first impressions, which lasted like 15 minutes. And
maybe 20. How long did it take until you guys became friends?
Well, I think that
we kind of answered that.
Yeah,
I think that
it was pretty fast after that.
Because I think I got your Insta like within a week.
Yeah.
And so after I had your, I think what really solidified it is when I came back the next day and it was immediately trashed again.
Yeah.
And I had a panic attack and I was in bed that night calling my partner, crying, and he was like, well, you told me about like, I think Chai was their name, Cheyenne, like maybe text them first and like see if they can help you, like, because I had sent him a draft of my original text to the group chat, because we finally made a roommates group chat after we'd all officially met, just in case, which we can have stories about later. But my original text, he was like, it feels really like passive aggressive in like a really big way, like more than I think you mean it to. And I was like, I don't know how to be kinder right now. Like this is already me like 3 times editing it before sending it to my partner to look over for me. I was like, why don't you like send it to Chai, like have them help me work? I feel like they might be like not amenable to that. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but like helpful. And then Chai helped me tweak it, and then I went, okay, and so if I send this to the group chat, will you like interact with it right away? And Chai was like, yeah, I got you. And I think that was really where it solidified as like this is my friend in the apartment.
I distinctly remember being at the park with my friends and you sent that and I reacted to it because it was like during the Food and Wine Festival, so we were at Epcot and I was with them and I went, thank God, something's been done. And my friends were like, we're so glad for you. And I was like, no. Like, she was an angel sent from heaven. Like, the fact that she has OCD means they have to do something.
Thank God you're diagnosed. Because that's also later on I armchair diagnosed Chai. Yeah. We now know Chai also has OCD because we were talking about things and I was really going, a vibe's happening. And then I finally brought up religion and then I went, oh yeah, so you do have OCD.
So yeah.
What do you guys usually argue about?
cleaning.
dishes.
Yeah,
Which I know
Probably
we went
not.
through all that.
yeah.
Now that we're in a safe space and we don't have to be, because I think also we were so much more hyper particular about cleaning and
Yeah.
ourselves cleaning while we're in the apartment, because I felt like if either of us,
If we messed up,
if we slacked at all, they would take that as like we
well,
weren't
then
doing
we,
it.
yeah, and
But like, yeah,
literally-
why would I clean my food off the floor that I spilled when you left a dish in the sink last night?
I would
Like,
say-
that's
It's mainly me. I will admit that. My level of messiness is nowhere compared
Oh, yeah,
to
no.
like
no, it's totally
what theirs
tolerable.
is.
It's totally tolerable. It's not bad. I don't feel like we're going to get bugs from that.
No,
Which was like a big thing for me there.
yeah.
Which happened. Again, it's for another time. But if anything, we both have stress dreams about Chy not doing the dishes
Yeah.
specifically.
And then I had a reverse stress dream almost the other night where I preemptively got mad at you because you were mad at me for something about the dishes.
It's always the dishes. And it's so funny because I have an equivalent too. I leave my clean laundry in the dryer all the time.
Yeah.
I've fucked myself over.
The amount
today.
of times I've not done laundry because I open that and I go, yeah. And I just leave it. Granted, that one's easier to like, I have enough clothes where I'm like, I can make this work, or I stretch things too much sometimes. But it's, the dishes are more in front of your face than
Tucked
like,
away in the laundry.
yeah, they're tucked away
Yeah.
in literally a separate room of the apartment. Whereas the dishes, also we do dishes every single day.
Yeah.
So it's just more so Chy, there's not enough sink space in here.
that, please.
Yeah.
But so I do have an equivalent. Like, it's not just Chy, I'm a problem as well. I want to point that out. I'm aware as well. I have my quirk. What does she think of your YouTube? I'm
What
a
do you
loyal
think of my
subscriber to
YouTube?
Chy's solo channel.
Thank you.
I comment. I once got a bloody nose while watching. I sent Chy a selfie of me with a tampon shoved in my nose watching her video.
Thank you, a true Chy-inator.
We gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Chy-anizer almost feels better.
Chy-anizer.
Yeah.
That's just gonna kill me though.
No, you're gonna kill me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I don't want to kill you either.
Oh.
But I'm a loyal subscriber to Chy's. When I inevitably make a solo channel, I do think I have a future in video essays given everything about me, which you'll learn. Chozzy's. What would you think of my YouTube if I had one? What do you think of my Substack?
I agree, Substack.
I was gonna say that's a good
subscribed.
equivalent. Yeah,
You're the reason I got Substack, so.
there we go. You're not the reason I got YouTube, but that would be a really
No,
hard
that would be
thing to
really
get me
crazy.
into. Yeah.
And like in our Lord and Year 2025, that'd be really crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well, you were making videos before then. Yeah. Anyway, who spends the most time getting ready in the morning?
You just have more of a process.
Yes and no. I was gonna say you take longer to do the things that you like need or want to do to get out the door.
Yeah.
I can be out the door in 20 if I have to. I take longer to wake up.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like Chy, we could have our alarm set for the same time. Chy will take longer getting ready. I will take longer physically getting my body out of bed. Once I'm out of bed, 10-minute turnaround.
I've gotta walk Penny. I've gotta not wash my hair. Do my hair, brush my teeth, put on my like skin. I was gonna just say lotion, that feels weird.
Lotion my face.
Lotion my face, sunscreen. And I feel like just by the time that I do
I mean,
all of that.
the only one of those I'm not doing is walk Penny. I think I'm just very like, unless I'm going out to do something for fun. Like if I'm going to work, I'm very low maintenance. I don't need to look or feel my best because I won't feel my best there. So we don't have to start off on good foot if we don't need to.
That's fair.
Especially like if I have a morning shift, God knows I'm not going in with a positive energy. I shouldn't be awake that early. My body's not used to it.
Also, most of the time I'm making coffee in the mornings, or
And again, your coffees are usually more intricate than mine.
Yeah.
I pour my Trader Joe's cold brew into a cup and then I pour oat milk on top of that and go, we're ready.
I make espresso and then make a latte.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing all
And
that.
it's usually like a flavored latte too.
I think there's a lot more care in your morning routine than there is mine. Mine is very much so I'm not supposed to be awake yet.
I used to never be a morning person, but I was forced to be a morning person because of just all the activities that I did. So I think the second I got into college and I had the choice to be a morning person and I wasn't forced to be, I was like, a lovely morning routine like is essential for my day.
Do you guys sometimes get fed up with each other from seeing each other too often?
I would say no.
No, we didn't see each other for 4 days in a row.
We get antsy if we don't see each other for a long period of time.
We didn't see each other for 4 days in a row, not because either of us was like traveling somewhere, but because I was only night shifts and Chhy was only day shifts. And the next day when we got to hang out, it was like palpable.
Yeah.
It was crazy. The energy in the room, powerful. How do you avoid tension while living together?
I think both of us are too silly all the time. Even if there is a serious moment or a moment of tension, someone usually cracks a joke, and that's it. I think the only moment of actual tension that we've had is when you told me that you're moving out, and that was just because I was sad.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'll give you space.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go hide in my room for a bit. Came out, you still needed space, and I was like, I do have to eat, but I can do so silently and quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, we don't have, let me just shovel this in and then I'll leave.
And that was just more so sad that you won't be living here anymore.
Yeah.
Not for a bit, but like...
Yeah, we still have time. Don't worry, Chozzy.
Don't worry, Chozzy.
You'll get your content. Yeah. Do you make 2 separate dinners at night? Well, yes.
Yes, but that's because you're vegetarian.
Yes. Also, Chhy loves to say, I just want to make a simple meal tonight, and then use about 13 dishes.
I am
and a lot of ingredients. When I say I want to make a simple
chef.
meal, I microwave something. Chhy is making me get better at like putting an effort to my meals though.
I do love cooking a nice meal.
Yeah. Number 15, nationalities.
That's crazy.
It was from 2014.
That's crazy.
Do you want to skip? Do you want to answer?
Sure. I mean, we're obviously both American.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, you couldn't tell.
I wish I wasn't.
I mean, I'm Puerto Rican.
You have way more of a connection to that than I do to my Irish American
Yeah.
heritage, but I will say, I always cite that I'm Irish and French, but it is largely as a joke.
I'm biracial. I'm white and Afro-Latino, so...
What are your favorite things that you like to do with each other? Have you thought about having pets or a pet?
No.
Oh, great
That was
timing
great
of her.
timing.
Thank you, Diva. What is the funniest thing you've done together?
Start at YouTube. Actually, the funniest thing we've done together is you can subscribe to our Patreon and see for yourself.
That is the funniest thing we've done together.
Yeah, you can subscribe to our Patreon with your discretionary entertainment funds.
It's $5.
Yes.
You'll love it.
We're broke, please. We're so broke.
We're so broke. I forgot to ask my mom for money for my student loan today. I do need to do that. I don't have it.
We both have student loans, please.
Please. And has being roommates helped or hurt your relationship? It has defined it, I would
It's
say.
hurt so much. We'll never be the same.
In a way, yeah, because when we were not living together for a year post-college program, we did go, we should move back in together.
Yeah. And now I'm already having separation anxiety and you haven't left. I'm like a dog. And I'm like crying every time you leave.
I go to work at the time where Chhy actually has a day off, and she's like, what the fuck?
And I'm sitting at the door like crying, waiting until you come
Your ass
back.
pressed
Yeah,
against it.
my ass pressed it with Penny.
And that was the last question.
Yeah.
Subscribe. At the 45-minute mark, subscribe.
Rozzy has said subscribe question mark. I'll say subscribe period.
Subscribe
I
exclamation.
hate periods.
We have a subscriber special about periods.
We do? We do.
We pre-filmed a lot before getting to our
We
intro
did.
video.
We have so okay, so we're gonna post once a week for the most part. Yeah. But you lucky bunch who are here at the beginning will get 2 times a week because we have so much from the archives. Like we'll post archive stuffs on Monday, not every Monday, just whenever I get around to editing those ones.
Yeah, if we feel like doing an archival.
We do have a few stocked up for the next couple of weeks, so you can look forward to that. But Thursdays will be new videos. About what? What did you like to know? Subscribe.
What do you like?
What did you like to know? And what did you like to know? It's on our Patreon.
You should give us $5.
You may be sitting there going, you have a Patreon, you have no subscribers. And to that I say, we're climbing a tall mountain. We like a challenge.
We're funny.
So
Subscribe to the Patreon to find out how.
Just subscribe to the Patreon to find out our funniest moment.
Yeah, because I don't really think we gave anything. particularly delightful in this video once again. This
one is definitely a
do the dishes.
Do the dishes. Maybe you ate a really long dinner. And if you, I don't know if maybe Natalie. Hey, Natalie.
Hey,
Natalie made it this far. Hey, hey, queen.
Natalie. Our number one J name.
Our Natalie.
Jadalee.
Jat. I don't even think Gianca made it this far. And the way that we'll know if Gianca made it this far, Gianca text us and
specifically text us the word cucumber.
And when we get a text from Gianca that just says cucumber, I'll be so happy.
I know, I'll be so happy.
Great birthday present. I don't know if you made it this far.
Natalie, you don't have to text any particular word.
No, because we know.
We know you're here.
Jadalee's a true Chozzy. And you can be a true Chozzy too. You can become a J name. And if you're already a J name, no, you're not until you're one of our J names.
Like Jesus Christ.
Like Jordan.
Yep.
Actually, Jordan does have to subscribe to the Patreon before you can become a true J name.
No, and that's true, and it's honestly really rude that he said he wouldn't.
Natalie has subscribed in spirit. Like, Natalie jumped on that the second we brought it up.
Not only that, they did experience the equivalent of what our Patreon would be.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
So, shout out to Jadalee. You can be like Jadalee today by subscribing, or like Jughead Jones, who's coming into frame right now, who's hit the fan, because we're his biggest fan.
Nope.
Oh, he's too tall. Hey, this is going to be the thumbnail. Smile. With Olaf.
Yes.
Jolof. Anyways, you're fine.